Alright everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the Simulator Series. And today we're going to be making the shop and teleport system. So we started with the shop. And so in the storage UI, we're going to add in a frame. And then we're going to move it to like the center of the screen. And then we're gonna scale it using the unit conversion thing. And then we wanna like drag it out, make it decently big. Make sure it's always in the middle. Just like that. And then you can just drag it down and then up. And then we're gonna add, we're gonna change color this and add a UI stroke. And corner. So just like that. And then we're gonna want to duplicate this frame. And then we're gonna want to rename it to top. And then we're gonna want to make it like tinier. Kind of like that. We want to move it to the top of right here. And then we're gonna want to add a text label in here. Move it to the middle. Scale it. And then I'm going to change this to say shop. And then change the color to like white. Make the background transparency 1. Make it scaled. Make the text box a little bigger. And for core 1. And add UI stroke. And then we're gonna add in the X, so we're just gonna add in text button into the storage UI. Well, into the frame. And you wanna make it like that. Make sure it's scaled. You can put it in like the corner here. Make it red. Make the text color be white. Make the text scaled. Make the text X. And then make it be for Quora. And add a stroke to the border and the text. And add in the corner. Just like that. And then in here, in the rename it to exit button. And then inside of it, we're gonna add a local script. And in here, we're gonna write if script dot parent dot mouse button 1 click connect function. And then in here we're gonna put script dot parent dot visible equals false, and then script dot parent dot top, or script dot parent should dot. Why is it not saying that the top thing's there? parent. Oh. Okay, script dot parent dot parent dot parent dot top dot visible equals false. And then we could just, well, we'll say that. And then on your main UI for the store button, we're gonna, in the local script where there's like the effect, we're gonna go down here to the mouse click thing. Oh wait. Alright, it should already have it, but if the store, make sure it's named the same as what the GUI is called right here, and same with the dot frame. So then that should be working. And if we just make these, well, here. So then inside the frame here, let's add a scrolling frame, which will have all the game passes, stuff that we'll add. Oh. And make the background just 1. And call it what you want. I'm just gonna call it store. Game passes. And then inside of here, we're just gonna add in a text button. And we're gonna be like this. Move it, and then we're gonna make sure it's all scaled. You can check if it's scaled by going to the tests up here and then device, and then you can see if it's like all scaled for mobile. So we're gonna call this by, and we can actually just make this into a frame, add that into there, as you can see. And we're gonna call this ×2 rebirths. So this will give them ×2 rebirths. So we're just gonna add that. And then the frame. Okay, so we're gonna have it be like that. Make it be like these and these, and then we can put a picture there of the Game Pass. So make the background transparency 1, and then add a image label. Make this like that. You could change this to ×2 viewers icon. Alright, then we're gonna make this into green. We're gonna make it say buy, and then how much Robux you want it to cost. Do 10. Let's make it 20. And then make it scaled. Well, actually, we don't want to make it scaled. We'll make it like 40, or just make it so that it's not touching the edges. It's like 30. Make me Vicora. Change the color. Add stroke. And we do want room for a text label in here too. So add text label, move it to like right here. Oh yeah, and for the frame right here, we're gonna want it here, right? We're gonna want it to be as big as, we're gonna make it actually be the background. So let's make it be like a little bit bigger. Make the background space to 0. And you can make it be that, but then a little bit darker. And then you could add these into it. Alright. Make it scaled. 51. Bam. Say times 2 rebirths. And there we go. You can add it to the frame if you want. I think that looks good. Then there we go. We can just duplicate it as much times as we want. So now for the buy. So for the buy text label. Alright, so you want to add a local script, call it, then you want to call it buy game pass. And then you're going to want to put in local ID, and then your game pass ID. And then local player equals game.players to local player. And the script.parent.spell, one click, connect function, game, get servers, play servers, prompt game pass ID. And then we're also going to want to add in the sound. So then when you click it, it like makes like a sound to let it know that it's going through. So you can just find like chime sound or something. Touching. Okay, I like this one, but you want to import a sound into the button and then call it sound. And then so then after all this, wait, I'll just put some random ID in. I'll change it in a second. And then you're gonna want to do a script. So after this, right here, you're gonna want to do script parent dot sound. and then semicolon play. So it plays the sound after they click. And let me change let me just grab an ID really quick. Just make sure it's working. Alright there. So to make a game pass, it's really easy. You could probably switch it up on. You probably just find a really easy tutorial on there. And then once you have your game pass, make sure it's public and that's for sale. And put it there, and then it'll prompt them with the ID, and they'll also play the sounds. So if we go ahead and test this out, we can make the frame and the top invisible, and we click play. Oh gosh. And we click on here. Okay, it's not. Oh yeah, we need to make it open up the top in the script. But if we click on this, and there we go. It should say they already own it because it's your game pass. You're opening. Because it's your game pass, so you should already own it. And the X button's messed up. So let's go ahead and fix that real quick. So in the store thing on the frame right here, this button, in the local script in there, you want to duplicate this and then make it so then top is true, top visible is true. And then in the Sword UI, I want to make it so then the exit button, script.parent visible equals false. That's script.parent. Alright, so that was the issue, and if we go here, check that, everything's fine. It's working. And yeah, okay, I'm really fast because glitch that happened before, but it is working now, so that's good. And now we're gonna need to code it in so then the game pass actually works and it actually gives the player tasks to rebirths. Because right now, it ain't doing that. So in here, so in the rebirth buttons, inside of like the button here, you're gonna want to add a bool value and then change this to game pass, or just call it game pass, and then duplicate it and just add it to your other one. And then in the hit part in here, so quantity of rebirths added gems rewarded. So right here, where it's that, we're gonna want to add, so we're gonna want to make the gems be above that, and then if script dot parent dot game pass equal true, then rebirth step value plus equals rebirths added times 2. just like that. And then right down here, I'm gonna add an else, then reverse dot value must equal rebirths added. And there we go. And now we're gonna need to make it so then the Game Pass thing updates if they own it. So to do that, let's see. So we're gonna need to add a local script into here so that it checks if the player owns the Game Pass. Okay, so delete the Game Pass thing, but we can actually make it a way easier way where if, just delete this right here and then make it so then if, and then up here we're gonna want to add local MPS equals game get service marketplace service, and then if, and then MPS user owns Game Pass async, and then player dot user ID, and then comma, and then the Game Pass. So we're gonna make it be 3 verse 1. You can just get that from here in the by. Then, and then it just does that. And it gives you times 2 rebirths, and then if they don't own it, then it just does it normally. So, go ahead and test this out. If we hop in, see hopefully no errors, and there is none. And I on the Game Pass. Just get enough coins. So we have 16 rebirths right now. And if we rebirth now, we get 18. Because we on the Game Pass. And if I change it to some Game Pass that I don't own, like, so if I change it to some Game Pass that I do not own, I'll just do like, okay, so if it's a Game Pass that I don't own, yeah, okay. So if it's a Game Pass that I don't own, then we should only be getting 1. So we still have 18. But now we should only be getting 1 because I don't own it. And yeah, as you can see, because we don't own it. So that's the times 2 rebirths added. Let me just add it back. Alright. So now that I have that, you can just like duplicate it if you had more than 1 rebirth button, and then just change it. Change the top 3 here like that. And there. And yeah, so that's times 2 rebirths. Now we're gonna make times 2 coins, and we're gonna add in some more Game Passes that we'll make in the future. So let's open up the store, make these both visible, and then in here I'll duplicate this, then drag it over. Then call this one times 2 coins. And then you can just easily change it times 2 coins. Change the icon. There we go. And then you could change the buy to be like whatever amount, or it should be 30 or something. And then for the buy game pass, just want to change it. There we go. And then now that we have times 2 coins, we can make these, or we can make the storage UI not visible. And then we can just go ahead and go into here. And in the hit part, we can change this. So we want to open up the rebirth button hit part. And we could just copy this. And then add it right before here. So if they own that, then and then else. And we could just add brackets under here and then make it be times 2. Just like that. And then just copy this part, like the function part that we changed, and to make it easier, was that on the rebirth button? Did I accidentally do that rebirth button? Yep. Well, no. We're good. So there. So you can just copy that. And then just add it to here. Oh yeah, and we need to add local MPS equals game semicolon get service marketplace service. So you can just add that like right below the function there to make it easier to copy and paste. And I'm just adding this to my buttons. Alrighty. So, now we should be getting times 2 coins if we check. No errors, which is good. Oh my, I might need to fix that speed thing. As you can see, yeah, we're definitely getting times 2 coins. It's hard to tell because all the rebirths, but yeah, we're definitely getting times 2. Alright. So, now that I have that, we can go ahead and add in more game passes into the shop really quick. And then we'll add portals really fast. Portals should take that long. So in here, duplicate the coins, drag it over, and then you can change it 2 times 8 hatch by make some random. So times 8 hatch. And let me just do something real quick. All right. What the heck? All right. Well, so it's 8 hash. 8 hash. There we go. Alright, so 8 hatch, change the game pass by thing, change it to your game pass right there. I'll just leave it the same for now. And then, what else will we have? We could just leave it like that for now. We'll add more in later. Oh yeah, we can make ×2 gems as well. Oh, we could do that every time. Okay, there. So now we're gonna need to go ahead and make portals. So in the toolbox, just search up teleport, and then you'll find these 2 teleport parts right here. Should have 2 scripts, and we're just gonna modify these to make them work very easily as portals. So you should make them in the shape. Then you could add them to a portal model. Oh, let's use this one. Oh, crap. Alright. It's very laggy. Holy. I'll put my portal right here. Alright, just take this. Make the green one be the entrance. The one that you use for like the entering into the portal. Just put it up like right against it, and then make it like the size of it. And then you can just make the transparency 1. And then for the second one, just move it to where you want to be teleported. So just move it right there. So here, I'm going to duplicate my X thing. Alright, so we'll make it so that if you have enough reamers, or here, I'll just make next world be cave, because I'm pretty sure I have a cave map. Then that will be as much reamers as you want. I'll just make it be I'll make it be 20 for now, just for testing. And then this. So in the, so you can just delete the credits, and then in the ignore thing, so in here, right after if W then, we're gonna want to do So we're gonna want to actually change this to a local script. And I believe it should still work. It's a little local. There we go. Just like that. So, in here, we're gonna add in a local player. Local player equals game dot players dot local player. And then if player semicolon wait for child leader stats semicolon find for child rebirths is greater than or equal to 20, then and then in here we'll just add this. And there, so it checks if their leader stats, so if their rebirth stat value is greater than 20, greater than or equal to 20, then it'll teleport them. So, we go ahead and test it. Yeah, so we have 19 rebirths. Oh my god. And we shouldn't be able to go through. Yeah, we can't go through, as you can see. Then if we just rebirth a little bit, then the heck. Okay. It's weird. It's one of those weird Roblox glitches. Oh, it's because... Okay, there we go. Now let me try it. Oh, it's a little weird. What the heck? Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, so I was able to figure out. So, in the part that you want to be teleported, I actually made a portals folder. As you can see, and then cave portal. But basically, in the part that you want to be teleported, so for me it's this blue part right here, you're gonna want to add in a normal script, and I'll have this in the comments of the video. And so basically, it just checks if they're like so when it touches it, so when script the parent are touched, so when they touch it, it gets the parent from that, and then if their resets values that, then it just teleports them to here. And then in here, you just want to add the C-frame position of the part, and what it means, and what I mean by that is, so like I have a part here, and then in the properties, there's two different positions. There's a C-frame and then an origin. You're gonna want to get the C-frame position, copy it, and then paste it right here, and then change this to the amount that you're gonna need. Or if you want to make it easier, you could just change it to greater than or equal to script dot parent dot parent, and then in the portal model you could go ahead and add in a int value, and then you could call this amount, and then script dot parent dot amount dot value. Change it to that. And yeah, and as you can see, it should be working. It's pretty simple. Boop. We get teleported if we have enough rebirths. As you can see, So yeah. So the that will be in the comments. You just go ahead, copy and paste it into a script inside of the part that you want to be teleported, and then make sure you got the C-frame position of this part that you want them to be teleported to, like the position that you want them to be teleported to. So that's gonna be the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. Next video we'll probably be starting on the eggs, or yeah, probably be starting on the eggs and pet system. So that's gonna be the end. If you guys have any questions, ask me in the comments. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed.